How's it going, everyone? Dr. Henry here, your Camas area chiropractor. Today we're going to go over a couple of different structures in the low back that can actually generate some low back pain. So one common misunderstanding is that your back pain is always muscular. And while muscular low back pain can be fairly common, it's not always the case. So here are some of the structures we're going to go over today. So the first one is your SI joint, and that stands for your sacroiliac joint, which makes sense because it is where your sacrum and your ilium meet, and there's a joint there. You've got one on each side of your sacrum, and it helps kind of disperse the force of your whole body weight down into your lower extremity, so it's a big, robust, and strong joint. You also have some of the smaller joints in the low back called the Zygapophyseal joint. You will not have to worry about memorizing that name, but they're the smaller joints of the low back here, and you've got one on each side of this big bony prominence there, and it helps kind of attach each bony segment above and below to each other. You also, in between each one of those bony segments above and below, you have a disc of the low back, which can be a pain generator as well. And that disc is made up a little bit different than some of the other joints here because it's actually kind of a gelatinous material that's wrapped up in some really tough fibrous material as well. And it's important to kind of differentiate between all these different structures where that low back is coming from, because there are some things that maybe you want to do a little bit more of, or maybe you want to avoid so that you don't irritate things. So a common example would be like disc pain. So with a lot of disc pain, you can get a lot of relief with like low back extension. It can feel pretty good. But if that back pain is coming from your SI joint, you probably don't want to go into extension because it can approximate those joints and it can maybe cause a little bit of irritation and it can flare up your symptoms. I hope this helped out a little bit. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to reach out and let me know.